It is important that today we had the countries of the European Union, and not only Europe, that is, we also had Australia, New Zealand. We have different leaders, a new Prime Minister of Canada. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Canadians and the Prime Minister. And today, we made a lot of different statements. We discussed a lot of topics. It is important that this summit in support of Ukraine is becoming almost weekly. I think there will be another one of our meetings in a week. And in this format, in an online format, these summits have also taken place in various formats. We have received support and strong sanctions pressure on Russia. Everyone understands that Ukraine needs help now more than ever. Everyone congratulated Ukraine on its real victory in Jeddah, a victory in diplomacy. Everyone believes that this is serious progress and will work out. Now Russia will be difficult. It must demonstrate that it supports ending the war or it wants to continue the war. Everyone is expecting this. On their part, everyone will be sending signals to the United States. I want to thank the American delegation. And I really believe that President Trump's conversation with his delegation was a good one. I have contacts with my delegation. We really succeeded at the meeting, and we will continue the meetings in Saudi Arabia. This needs to be continued. Everyone agrees with Ukraine's position, and this position is already clear. If we are talking about ceasefire, and Ukraine has taken such a step, it must be unconditional. Ceasefire, 30 days, or whatever the American country proposed. 30 days, we support it in order to prepare a plan of action that will lead to a sustainable, for a just peace. And this is now on the side, but I believe, of Russia and America. Let's hope that the President and the American side will put pressure on Russia. I think it's important to understand everything. Everyone is interested in what our situation is on the battlefield. And everyone, thank God, has not only conversations, but they also have their own intelligence, long-range intelligence. I am grateful that our intelligence data coincided today, and we said that the Ukrainian side has a presence in the Kursk region, that the encirclement of Ukrainian military personnel is Putin's lie, that the encirclement of Ukrainian military personnel in the Kursk region, there is no encirclement in the Kursk region. And as for the signals that came from the Russian side, I shared this one, and I'm sharing it with you. This is not a signal. I believe that the Russian side actually wants to encircle the Ukrainian troops in the same direction, but on Ukrainian territory. Yes, it's important that our troops know this. The command knows, we understand it clearly. Where do they want to do this? They clearly want to maximize their presence on Ukrainian territory. And there's nothing new about this. Again, I don't want to argue with any partners or colleagues. They have intelligence, they have satellites. Let them take a look at where the concentration of Russian troops is today and where they are headed. This is a very important point. Then it will become clear what it's for. So there's nothing about peace in these steps. There is nothing about peace, and there is nothing about peace. I would like to go on. This is a little bit off topic. And I am very grateful to the European Union, President Costa, President von der Leyen. Serious decisions will be made soon, and the 150 billion that are intended to strengthen Europe's defense capabilities will give Ukraine an equal approach to this, equal opportunities. This is a very serious step. And hot. And I really hope that this signal will be taken seriously soon. I am grateful to the European Union for this. And next, we discussed that our partners also raised the issue that there's a group that has already understood and positively assessed the American group regarding the negotiation process that took place in Saudi Arabia. The Ukrainian group was also highly appreciated. Regarding the negotiation process, which also took place in Saudi Arabia, the Europeans think that we need to form our own negotiation group. I think that we'll also come together soon. On my part, I will sign a decree about this group today and officially appoint 4 members of the Ukrainian group. Next, our partners raised the issue regarding the plan. We need to put the security guarantee plans on paper. And also, especially the German side and the Turkish side mentioned that a reconstruction plan is needed. I believe this is a good signal. This suggests that everyone believes that war, it can be finished. And there are all chances. We just need to be strong, decisive, and put pressure on Russia. Regarding the sanctions policy, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries will continue and strengthen their sanctions policy. I want to thank Norway for the decisions regarding artillery, air defense, and drones, including or primarily those produced in Ukraine. The Czech Republic is very important. An important outcome regarding the Czech initiative. I won't say which package. A serious package funded and signed regarding the initiative for supplying 155mm artillery to Ukraine. Initiatives regarding the supply of 155mm artillery from Ukraine. Here, thank God we have a very good result.
In short, dear colleagues, your questions, please use the microphone over there so everyone can hear.
Let's start with the BBC. Good afternoon. John Blandell, BBC. After this morning's meeting, well, eat up. I'm waiting.
Thank you very much. First of all, everyone hopes that the positive outcome from the last meeting between Ukraine and the USA will continue, which will lead to a meeting involving Ukraine, America, allies, and Europeans. Europeans also have their parallel consultations with the American administration. Everyone expects that security guarantees will be provided by our allies. Security guarantees for Ukraine from Europe, from the United States, and others, willing other countries that want to help us. And everyone is counting on what one or another format of the continent could be. Some are skeptical about the continent, believing that NATO or the Fifth Amendment is stronger. Here I can say that we understand that the decision regarding NATO and any other format should depend on NATO allies or on any allies, but certainly not on NATO's wishes. Russia, from their vision, especially from Russia's veto on NATO, because they have no legal force here, I believe, and they should not be given a pass to have such an opportunity, in my opinion. In any case, everyone is counting on allied security guarantees. As for weapons, it's not about reducing the Ukrainian army. It's about strengthening the Ukrainian military as a guarantor of security for Ukraine today and in the future, as a guarantor of security for the European continent. So everyone is interested in a strong, unyielding army. Those partners we are communicating with, right? And we see this as a signal. I believe this is a positive signal. Regarding maintaining such an army and strengthening it, everyone understands that this is our collective responsibility, and that Ukraine won't be able to do this on its own because it's a serious financial burden. Secondly, besides the army, everyone understands that we need to strengthen ourselves by adopting Ukrainian technologies. And investing money in our productions, but also after the war, opening relevant productions with our own technologies, or together with the technologies of our partners, to establish such productions in the territories of other allied states. Everyone understands that with today's pace, we can strengthen Ukraine and Europe in 5 years. We believe that this is taking too long and that it's dangerous. We showed that in times of war, it can be faster. Partners agree with us that this can be done in 3 years. But everyone needs to move very strongly. That's right, we need to strengthen ourselves and significantly increase production in all the countries of the Union to make the security guarantee a reality for all of Europe.
Please, we see statements from Russia indicating that they are trying to drag out the process and not agree to the 30-day ceasefire that was negotiated in James. A more stylish position, I'm sure, before the joy.
Right now they look like if, at the very least, it's not serious. After the proposal and after they didn't expect an allied solution to be found in Jeddah, they realize they need to respond, and now they'll be talking about control and other things. Of course, I've already said this, that if they only talked about the silence at sea, they would say, but why only at sea? If there is silence, then everywhere. If we were talking about the sea and the sky, they would say in the sky, they only count on the security of their energy system. That is, we were reducing all these opportunities for energy. Just the eloquence of Putin and his entourage, who really don't want the war to end. That is, I believe that today this corridor has been narrowed, and we are ready for an unconditional ceasefire for 30 days, which was proposed by the American side. And so, if the Russians disagree, it means they disagree not with our proposal, but specifically with President Trump's proposal. Because all our developments were ultimately formulated by the Americans. And this is their clear position. And they, the team that was sent to Saudi Arabia, are representatives of President Trump's position. And that's why Putin doesn't agree today, to what Trump proposed to Ukraine and Russia. And I believe this is just finding a position to avoid moving towards the end of the war. Today, it's important to note that several partners, honestly many, said that when it comes to the ceasefire, the most important thing for us, for America, and for anyone is not to give in to Russia's butt. The ceasefire should not come with a but. Ceasefire should not come with a but. Because it's a ceasefire for 30 days. This is not eternity. It's silence, and it's 30 days where all parties are given the opportunity to demonstrate